Hey guys, back again. This time I'm going to talk about American Made, which came out a couple weeks ago. I think when Flatliners came out. But, and it's sad that I saw Flatliners and didn't see this first, because this is a really good movie. I really thought that Tom Cruise has always been prevalent, since he's been in film, but the last couple of films he's done that I've seen him in have not been great or good. Um, like the last film I saw him in that came out was The Mummy, which was bad, and then Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, which wasn't great, but it was okay. It was just middle of the road, average action movie. And I guess we had Mission Impossible before that, but it just felt like this last year he didn't really have that anything that was spectacular, anything that was really good or helped or worked very good in his favor. Like it wasn't even Jack Reacher was an action movie, but it wasn't like good like the other ones that he's done in the past couple of years, like Edge of Tomorrow or Oblivion or Mission Impossible 5, or any of the Mission Impossibles. But this Tom Cruise is back though. I loved him in this movie. I thought that, and I love too that this isn't an action movie. It's a basic just movie about Barry Seals, the guy who became the drug runner for the CIA, and Tom Cruise is basically just in action movies now, and that's a good thing for a lot of them. A lot of them are really great or fantastic. But I like when he gets a role like this where he plays something different than what he usually plays. Because, like, for example, like Collateral, he's fantastic in Collateral as this villain in that movie. He's great, and that's a role that he usually doesn't do. And this one is great too because Tom Cruise is playing himself, but not in the way he usually does. Like it's more like he's really interesting in this role. He doesn't seem to be the same as he usually is, and I really like that and appreciated that because Tom Cruise could just phone it in and like because he's such a big actor, he could phone this in and people would usually go see it. But I like that he put in the effort and actually did a really fantastic job in this movie as this character. Um, like the movie isn't about emotional depth, but I thought that by the end of the movie, like Barry Seals, like I felt for him and understood. Like I mean, he was basically pushed into all of this shit and done all this in circumstance, but I liked how the end, how it all kind of resolved itself with him. I thought that it was really good, and it wasn't on an emotional level, but it was just I did feel for this character at the end. I was like, wow, okay, man, I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect that going through the movie either. But he was entertaining and great through the whole movie. But just that ending was really good. The whole movie is good too, though. But I really loved Tom Cruise's performance. He was fantastic, and I thought all of the actors involved were really good. Um, a lot of them are pretty smaller named actors. The only one I can really name is Domhnall Gleeson, who is getting up there in movies. He's a good actor, and I like that he's getting more meaty roles. He's not. He's never been like. I guess Ex Machina. Yeah, he's been a bit. He's been a main actor, but like he usually does the side roles, and I thought that in this he did really good as this character that he plays. I don't really want to say what he does in this movie. I just kind of want you to go in clean. But I thought that he was really good in this, and I thought that the wife, I don't know what her name was. I think that she's probably a new actress, or maybe she's just an actress I haven't seen. But Tom Cruise's wife in the movie is really good too. I thought that she was, I thought she was really good, and I thought how the story goes in these types of stories where the one spouse of the couple gets involved with all of this shit in these kind of stories, and whenever the other spouse doesn't like is thrown into this and is pissed off and doesn't know what to think of it, I liked that the character of the wife in this movie was really interesting because she was thrown in this more than Barry Seals was, because Barry Seals did know what he was doing, But then his wife and his kids, he threw them all into this and just said, "We're doing this. We're moving. We're going these different areas. We're gonna keep moving if we have to." Like, and I really like the wife whenever she says stuff like, "Why do we have to do this? Why do you have to move us places?" and stuff like that. I thought that, and by the end, I thought that it was great because it keeps escalating with her, in a small way, but in a great way, where she kind of gets fed up with it, like in a very relatable reasoning, because she's getting thrown into all the shit for her husband, and her husband loves her, but like he's throwing her into all this stuff that she does not understand fully, and kind of figures out more towards the end, but she doesn't fully usually understand everything going on that he keeps a secret. And I like that with the wife, and with how, like I said, the spouse, one of the spouses of a couple is the kind of the passenger in the seat, where they are basically being taken wherever the other spouse goes without understanding what's going on. And I really liked those two interactions between the characters, between Tom Cruise and her. I thought they were really good. And I thought that it really showed kind of a rise to power thing, but it was interesting how they showed it. It wasn't like they just kind of threw you in immediately. It really showed the progression of Barry Seals and how he kept going along with this. I thought it was interesting. I thought with the wife and with the brother and with Brendan Gleeson, how they all kind of, how like Barry Seals revolves around all of them, or they all revolve around him because he's the main character. But I liked how interesting they all were as well. They were all side characters technically, but they were all very important to the actual film, the actual story. So I thought that was great, and I thought that, like I said, Tom Cruise was really, really good, and all the actors were really good. The story was really good. The pacing was really good. I thought the editing was good. I thought that I don't remember how long it was. Was it 2 hours or maybe a little under? I can't remember, but it didn't feel like that. And these are the types of movies where I don't really always care for. Like, I saw that movie Gold with Matthew McConaughey, which was a similar movie where said character kind of rises up from, like, making this discovery with the gold and finding gold in that area where they're at. And it kind of shows the rise to power and kind of the fall. And I thought that this one was way more interesting and way better edited and written and paced than that movie. I thought that movie was really boring, Gold. But that's just an example. Like, I really, these types of movies are not always my bag. But I thought that this one was really, really good, and it's not my favorite movie of the year, but it's up there. It's probably, since I see a lot of movies, I bet it's like in my top 20, top 15. But it's a really good movie, and I'm glad that Tom Cruise he never really left, but he's quote-unquote back, because in The Mummy he didn't have a lot to do, and in Jack Reacher Never Go Back he wasn't very charismatic at all, and I thought that really suffered that he suffered in that movie. But I'm glad that Tom Cruise is back, and I'm glad we got a great movie where it's different for him. It's a different type of role, and it works so well with him and all the cast. And the film was edited great, paced great. Everything was really great about it. So, yeah, I really loved American Made. Thanks, guys, so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.